Hello, and welcome to Go Spill the Tea with myself, Paranormal Mitch.
And Paranormal Tej.
As part 2 of our series this week, we are doing Earth Spirits this week.
Yeah, we did water last week. We're on to Earth.
On to Earth. Very excited about it. One of my favorite spirits is our local Earth Spirit expert.
Local Earth Spirit expert is a really good way to phrase it because we actually have no idea what she is.
No clue at all. But we know
she talks about the Earth.
She talks to the Earth. She's connected to the Earth. And
she talks about how the Earth feels.
She is just,
we don't know what she is, but
she's just this little.
She's Earth-like.
She's just so fun, and everything is so positive and great. I enjoy her very much. So that will be the second part of our episode today.
Yeah, this is your episode. Fire week is my week.
Yeah, you're definitely more of the fire. I'm definitely more of the earth.
Yes.
That's a hard truth.
Yes. If we were elementals, you would be an earth elemental, I fear.
I think so.
Yeah.
Earth or water?
Yeah.
You would for sure be fire.
Yeah,
110%.
No
questions asked.
There's no way around that.
No, you would do that. Well, isn't your
what would you be? What element would you be?
Well, isn't your sign associated with fire?
Hell yeah, it is.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I'm a Leo.
Exactly. Isn't that like a hardcore fire sign?
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm at. What mine is.
Yeah, I don't know what yours is either.
Earth or water, I bet.
It probably is.
Oh. Who knows? Enough of us rambling. Let's get into kind of our overview of Earth spirits.
What is an Earth spirit, Mitchell?
Yes. So an Earth spirit.
Fill us in
with
your definition.
So Earth spirits are supernatural beings that are connected to the earth and the land itself. Now, this is a broad term. This can include forests, mountains, caves, soil, stone, etc. Across cultures, they may appear as humans, animals, or hybrid beings that are often closely tied to the specific landscapes and territories. Many are believed to live beneath the ground or within natural features like hills, rocks, roots, and other types of earth formations. Earth spirits can be protective guardians of the land, bringing fertility, stability, and prosperity, or they can become dangerous when humans damage or disrespect the environment, not unlike our water spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Their stories often reflect humanity.
Common themes. Look for common themes.
Oh, we haven't gotten to the word. We were going to get there. Their stories often reflect humanity's deep relationship with the physical world that supports life. These spirits symbolize endurance, growth, and the ancient forces beneath our feet. People have historically interacted with them through offerings, rituals, and folklore, hoping to maintain balance with the land they inhabit. Earth spirits remind us that the ground beneath us is not just inert matter, but a powerful and sacred foundation for life.
Nice job.
Now, Taylor, tell us a little bit about our common themes.
Okay, so common themes. Throughout this episode, we are going to tell you about various earth spirits, just like we did water spirits. Your job is to see if you can pick out, before we tell you at the end of the episode, what the commonalities are between earth spirits, and we'll see how you do.
If you really, really, really want to go the extra mile, you can also think about what some of the commonalities are between the water spirits.
Yeah.
In last week's episode, they're definitely some similarities, but some real differences, I think.
Yeah.
After looking through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Are you ready to get started with our first Earth spirit?
I don't want to talk about the first one.
Well, you're up.
I'm going to be in so much trouble.
No. This is educational, Taylor. It's for the people.
Okay. Well, that spirit got mad about this species on a plastic lawn ornament. So, first I have to talk about gnomes. If you know us at all, CL, our haunted doll, absolutely hates gnomes. Gnomes are extremely offensive. They're dirty. They are dumb, according to CL.
Yeah, he gets bad vibes.
And it has gone so far as I have received complaints about plastic Halloween gnomes that we have as decorations. The cutesy, like Home Goods, TJ Maxx gnomes. Ain't no way.
I love our little gnomes we have outside.
I know.
The two little gnomes are so cute.
Well, the effed up part about it is we had like the cutest little gnome collection before we got CL, and then CL came and he's like, I fucking hate gnomes. And you're like, oh God. So nonetheless, we have to talk about gnomes because gnomes are like a major earth spirit. So that's what we're going to do. And I will probably visit the PetSmart and pick up some fish on my way home tomorrow. Anyway, gnomes are earth spirits from European folklore. They are particularly associated with underground spaces, soil, and hidden treasures.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah. The term gnome was popularized in Renaissance writings a very long time ago, and later became widely known through folklore, fairy tales, and later fantasy literature. We see
Mhm.
these guys everywhere. Gnomes became very popular as home decorations like 5 years ago. So yeah. Gnomes are typically described as small, humanoid beings who live beneath the ground. They're often portrayed with long beards. The pointy hats are back, folks. We got the pointy hats back for the gnomes.
Few.
Long beards, pointy hats, and earthy clothing, whatever that means.
Earthy clothing.
Earthy clothing.
Maybe it's like
That's what it
earthy.
says.
Maybe
Like
it's like
the earth
earth tones.
the
Yeah, like
colors are
browns,
earthy.
greens.
Earthy, crunchy fashion
I'm into
sense,
it.
that blends into their natural environment.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. They are believed to possess a deep understanding of the earth, minerals, and plant life. In many stories, gnomes act as guardians of underground treasures, such as precious metals and gemstones. Gnomes are sometimes described as being able to move through soil and rock with ease, almost as if the earth itself opens to them.
Cool.
Yeah. Not cool. Seal doesn't think so.
Sorry.
I just have to pretend like I'm not enthusiastic about this topic. Just for the gnomes. The rest I'll be enthusiastic about. If I show too much favor, I'm gonna have a conversation later. Gnomes are strongly associated with underground environments, specifically caves, tunnels, and root systems beneath forests and mountains. So they're not just in the forest. Like many earth spirits, they are way down. They're also said to inhabit gardens, farmland, and other places where humans cultivate the soil. In some traditions, they've been known to protect crops and help maintain fertility of the land. Because of their connection to the earth's depths, they are frequently linked to hidden wealth buried beneath the ground. Money bags. So their activities and interactions, gnomes are usually portrayed as quiet and secretive beings who prefer to avoid direct contact with humans. These are not spirits who are living in your house and trying to be your best friend. They are more isolated from people than others. In some legends, they assist farmers or gardeners by protecting their crops, guiding plant growth, or warning against damage to the land. Other stories suggest that they guard the hidden treasures again, and they may mislead greedy treasure hunters who attempt to steal from the earth.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
that's kind of spicy. I
this
kind of
hidden
like that.
treasure thing shows up over and over and over in all different versions of the folklore. They protect hidden treasure is like the biggest thing in all of them, but then it gets like these little spin-offs where it's like they protect hidden treasure, for protection, and they protect the hidden treasure to prevent stealing and damage, and it kind of spins into all of these reasons why they may protect this treasure.
Yeah, that sounds like regional stories and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the cultural symbolism for these fellas, they are known to symbolize stability and endurance, hidden knowledge of the earth, protection of natural resources, patience and quiet labor, and the mysteries beneath the soil. Their connection to buried treasure specifically reflects the idea that the earth holds both life-giving resources and hidden secrets that we as people do not know about. Temperament, generally they're portrayed as being pretty neutral or mildly benevolent beings. They are not really known for being harmful to people in any way. They rarely harm humans unless they're like directly provoked. Like if you go like try to fight a gnome's gonna fight you back, kind of thing.
That sounds like a crazy time.
But they're not just gonna like show up at your front door and kick your ass or by any means. So they will particularly act out, however, they consider this a major offense if you damage the land that they inhabit.
I mean, kind of fair.
So if you go after their land, like you're gonna have a problem. But like if you're nice to the earth, they'll share their space with you, but don't mess with their land, don't mess with their stuff, don't look for their treasure.
Well, if you go in someone's house and you start messing with their stuff,
right, exactly. And that is the case. That's the case for all spirits. Yeah. Don't go in and mess with their stuff and you won't have a problem.
I mean, seems pretty fair.
In many traditions, they are also known for rewarding respect for nature while punishing greed or exploitation. So that is the gnome.
Okay.
Yes.
Fantastic.
On to a happier note.
Onto
Are you
a
good?
happier note. Oh, I'm fine.
Okay.
Okay. So next spirit we're going to go over is from Slavic folklore. This
Fun.
is the Leshy.
I like that name. I don't know why.
Yes, I believe
It reminds me
we've-
of a Pokemon or something.
Oh, okay. I kind of see it.
Do you see
I
it?
kind of see it.
Picking up what I'm putting down. Cute.
Okay, so a Leshy is a forest and earth spirit from Slavic mythology, especially common in the folklore of Russia, Ukraine, and Belarus. He is considered a guardian of the wilderness and protector of animals and forests. The origin is once again of Slavic folklore. Characteristics of the Leshy include being described as a tall humanoid figure with features resembling the forest itself. His skin may resemble bark, moss, or leaves, and his hair is sometimes described as grass or vines. So quite literally like made of the earth. Pretty cool. He is a shapeshifter.
He doesn't have earthy clothes.
No, he is the earth.
He is earth. He is earth with face.
I mean, pretty much. They
Okay.
literally said his skin is like bark, moss, or leaves.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
the guy's kind of just earth.
Okay.
It's kind of like a tree if a tree were a person.
Okay. That's fair.
You feel me?
No earthy clothes.
No earthy clothes.
Nude.
Sure. Sure. If you consider trees nude, then I guess.
Listen, I wanted to know about the apparel.
He's a shapeshifter who can change size dramatically, appearing as tall as the trees or as small as a blade of grass. Oh, cool. Some stories say he leaves no shadow or that his shoes are on the wrong feet, marking him as a supernatural being. Very cool. Now, the Leshy, I believe, once again, similar to a spirit last week, is a single
One of
being. Yes, is a one of one.
One of one.
Where like a gnome, for example, is like a classification.
There's a lot
The
of
Leshy is one of one. The territory of the Leshy, they inhabit deep forests, especially ancient woods far from human settlements, and he is believed to rule over the animals and plants within his territory, acting as a caretaker or guardian of the forest system. Hunters and travelers entering the woods were sometimes believed to be entering the Leshy's domain.
Oh.
Ooh. Some of the activities or interactions of the Leshy. The Leshy is famous for confusing travelers by leading them in circles through the forest. In some legends, he may kidnap livestock or cause hunters to lose their way if they disrespect the forest. I get it.
Fair.
However, people who show respect for nature may receive protection or guidance while traveling through his territory.
How nice.
How nice. So definitely some cultural symbolism going on with the Leshy, like a lot of these other spirits. The Leshy represents the untamed power of the forest, the guardianship of wildlife, the mystery of the wilderness, and a respect for nature. He also, remember, he has the ability to mislead travelers, which also may symbolize the disorientating nature of deep forests, which I don't know if, have you ever walked around like a deep forest? It's
absolutely not.
so confusing.
No.
It's
I'm
terrifying.
good.
I remember when we were on an investigation, at Bachelor's Grove, we were in that forest and I was like, I gotta know where I am, because you turn around and you can be like, completely lost.
Yeah.
It's no joke.
And that's not even like really a forest. It's like a
No,
forest.
it was
it's
like
trees next to a highway.
It was like trees next to a highway, and I still got lost. The temperament of the Leshy varies widely across stories. He can be anything like playful, mischievous, protective, or dangerous, depending on how humans interact in his territory. And many traditions portray him as responding directly to humans' actions toward the natural world, although he doesn't usually have any direct contact with humans. So he doesn't go out of his way. But if you come into his space and you cause a problem, he's going to let you know.
All right, that's fair.
Which, once again,
Yeah.
if I, if
Somebody showed up at our house,
somebody from my house, we'd have a problem.
yeah, I wouldn't be super nice.
I
about
get
that.
it.
I
I
mean,
get
I get
it.
it.
I get it.
Is that everything for yours?
That is everything for the Leshy.
All right, we are now going to Japan, one of my favorite places, and talking about the Kodama. So these are tree spirits that are found in Japanese folklore and Shinto belief. They are believed to inhabit ancient trees and forests, particularly those that are very old or spiritually significant. They are often described as, I love this one, small ghost-like spirits that live inside trees.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Like, are they just like I don't know the description? Like, and I looked for like more descriptive, and I was just like, keep saying these tiny ghosts. Like, I'm like, are they sheet ghosts? Just
I'm
like,
not gonna lie,
I don't know.
it's kind of giving fae.
It's cute. Small ghosts like spirits living inside trees. In many traditions, they're actually invisible, though they may occasionally appear as faint, glowing figures or even childlike spirits. An echo heard in a quiet forest was sometimes believed to be the voice of a Kodama responding from within the trees. Habitat and territory. So they inhabit forests and are particularly associated with the oldest and most sacred trees. That was very specific, that they tend to go towards, trees that mean a lot. Maybe somebody was buried nearby. Maybe, it was a place where they brought offerings, or it was nearby a temple, something like that. Those tend to be where they hang out the most. It's not to say other trees they won't show up in, but those ones are the ones that they report the most. Trees believed to house Kodama were sometimes actually marked by the people. So they would mark them with sacred ropes to show that they were spiritually protected.
Oh, cool.
Which is really cool. So they'd be like, this is their tree. Don't mess with the tree. This is the one that, is protected.
Nice.
So that was cool. Japanese folklore. There's always a twist, right? This sounds great. There's always a twist.
There usually is.
There's always this like, oh, they'll bring you luck and fortune, and it's so great, but, and then there's like this other side of the coin, and with most of them there is, with this one too, you cut down their tree, and it's like misfortune and curse to your entire bloodline.
Well,
the classic.
That's probably why they're like
the classic yokai.
That's probably
move.
why they like market, and they're like, this tree is off limits. This is their home. Don't touch it.
I have studied more yokai Japanese folklore than I have any other folklore, and like repeatedly, these spirits are like, oh my gosh, we'll do this, this, and this for you. But if you don't behave the way we expect, there goes your entire bloodline. It ain't even just you. They're like, I'll take the whole lot of you out.
Damn.
That's kind of badass. Anyway, activities, interactions. They rarely interact directly with humans. And a lot of earth spirits more stay away from people. They're kind of like watchers. Like they watch you to make sure you're behaving, but they're not like actively engaging with you like you may interact with another kind of elemental spirit. They are believed to maintain the spiritual balance of forests and protect the trees that they inhabit from people causing harm to them. People may show respect by leaving offerings or by simply avoiding harm to ancient trees. The Kodama symbolize the spirit within nature, the sacredness of the forest, balance between humans and the environment, longevity and ancient wisdom, and reverence for trees. And their presence reflects the Shinto belief that spiritual energy can inhabit natural objects. So in Japanese folklore, there's an entire subcategory of spirits that are like rooted in some kind of nature, whether that be a tree, whether that be a rock. And there is something about this specific tree or this specific rock or whatever it may be that makes that a spirit. Same thing with animals, like if a cat lives a certain number of years and they're an exceptionally old cat, they become a yokai. Same kind of idea with like these trees becoming spirits and things like that. And so this is one of those. Their temperament, they are generally considered neutral or protective spirits. They very rarely harm humans directly, but they are believed to, again, bring misfortune to people who damage the forest they inhabit. So what have we learned today? Don't mess with trees.
Don't mess with trees.
All right, you're up.
Oh, okay.
Got the hard one to pronounce.
I know. I know. I was really thinking about this. So this spirit is from Hawaii. Hawaiian folklore, which
I've been digging these Hawaiian spirits.
I love
lately.
the Hawaiian spirits. I think they're so fascinating. I believe this is pronounced the Menehune spirit. Menehune.
I like it.
It's catchy.
Comes off the tongue. Nice.
It does. But the Menehune are legendary small people in Hawaiian folklore who are closely associated with the land and the natural landscapes of the islands. So they are from native Hawaiian folklore, and they are described as small, strong humanoid beings who live hidden within forests and valleys. They are said to possess incredible skill in construction and craftsmanship, building structures with remarkable speed and precision. In some legends, they can complete entire stone walls, temples, or fish ponds in a single night. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Once again, the habitat or territory of the Menehune are believed to be in remote valleys, dense forests, and mountainous regions of the Hawaiian Islands. Because of their secrecy, they are rarely seen by humans and prefer to remain hidden from the outside world. And then many ancient Hawaiian structures are sometimes attributed to the supernatural craftsmanship of the Menehune spirits. Some activities of this spirit, they are said to work at night, building roads, fish ponds, or temples. However, they will abandon their work immediately if they are seen by humans before their task is finished.
Don't interrupt their work.
Don't interrupt their work. They're
very
working and they're
busy.
working hard.
They're very busy.
Some stories describe them as helping humans who show kindness, while others emphasize their desire to remain separate from human society. So once again, lots of symbolism wrapped up in these types of spirits. The Menewene symbolize connection to the land, craftsmanship, respect for nature, and the hidden history of the islands. Their stories may also reflect ancient memories of earlier inhabitants of the Hawaiian Islands. They are usually portrayed as neutral or benevolent beings. They are not aggressive, but definitely prefer privacy and distance from humans. And they emphasize respect for the land and for their secrecy, which is often emphasized in the stories about them.
Cool.
There you go. I love
like
the
them.
Hawaiian spirits. I think
Yeah.
they're so fun.
Yeah.
And they're just so interesting. I feel like they like really create their own category. Like
Yeah.
sometimes some of these other spirits like have some stuff that's like kind of like along the same vein. But Hawaiian spirits are always
Hawaiian-
just so different.
The Hawaiian, like little people or small people that they call them, is a lot of folklorists interpret that as like Hawaii's version of the Fae.
Mm,
Or like a type of Fae.
totally.
So,
Yeah, could
because
very
they
well be.
have very comparable behavior.
And once again, it's one of those things where like we don't know what it is. It's small. Let's
Yeah.
just put it in category of Fae.
It's fairy.
Yeah, it's a fairy. And you're like, what? Could be.
Well, next we have a different small one. We have the dwarves
Mm.
of Norse mythology. So they are powerful earth beings known for their mastery of metalwork, stonecraft, and underground realms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they are typically depicted as short, sturdy humanoids with exceptional skill in crafting weapons, armor, and magical artifacts. I should have put on my common themes list short. I did not do that.
Small, short,
They're all
stout.
small. They are associated with stone, metal, and the deep earth, often living in very elaborate underground halls. In mythology, many legendary weapons and treasures of the gods were actually made by the dwarves.
Mhm.
So these are the homies working for the big homies.
Oh yeah.
The habitat and territory. They live in mountains, caves, and underground cities. They are often described as being filled with these like glowing forges and precious metals and magical craftsmanship. Think like Snow White and the Seven Dwarves when they're mining the like big fancy sparkly cave. That's the kind of vibe of what their environment is said to look like.
It's pretty cool.
Accurate Disney portrayal. Kind of. So while they occasionally interact with gods or heroes, they are usually very secretive and protective of their knowledge, as they are renowned smiths and creators, and they keep their work close to them. They're very private about it. They were known in Norse mythology for forging some quite legendary objects that we see throughout mythology, such as Thor's hammer, made by the dwarves, and Odin's spear. So they were known for that. They symbolize craftsmanship and creation, the hidden wealth of the earth, knowledge of stone and metal, patience and precision, and the transformative power of fire and metalworking, which is interesting for an earth spirit. It's kind of cool. Their stories emphasize the idea that great power and creativity come from deep within the earth and that we should turn to the earth for our creative endeavors. Their temperament, they are often portrayed as very proud. They're very proud of their work. It's very important to them. They're known for being intelligent and also sometimes stubborn. They can be helpful allies, but they may also be very dangerous if insulted or cheated. They do not like feeling cheated out of a deal. Big into the deals. Their legends frequently emphasize respect for their skill, craftsmanship, and the resources of the earth. And they do like compliments on their work. So,
Who doesn't?
yeah. They're proud.
Would you like a fun fact?
I would love a fun
Are
fact.
you done?
I am done. Go ahead
Okay.
with your fun facts.
This is a very bizarre fun fact. There is a branch of music called dwarf metal
Oh dear.
where
I shouldn't have said yes.
bands dress up as dwarves and they will play music that emphasizes like digging and mining and crafting and whatnot. It is a whole branch of metal music and it is phenomenal.
Okay.
I told you it was a fun fact.
It is fun and it
It
is a
is
fact.
fun and it is a fact.
It's spot, and it's a fact.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, I love it. Wow.
Next. Oh gosh. This next spirit is the
Good luck.
Chanake. Chanake. This is from Mexico and Mesoamerican folklore. Chaneque. Chanake. We're gonna go with that.
That can't be right. But
They
carry
can't
on.
be right. They are nature spirits from Mexico, from Mexican and Mesoamerican folklore, particularly associated with forests, mountains, and caves. They are considered guardians of the land and protectors of natural places. Once again, they are of Mesoamerican folklore, especially in traditions of Veracruz and southern Mexico. So some of the characteristics of the Cheneke are usually described as small humanoid beings, sometimes childlike in size. They may have animal-like features such as elongated ears, unusual feet, or glowing eyes. In some stories, they appear as shadowy figures that move quickly through the forest, rarely allowing humans to see them clearly. They are believed to possess magical abilities, including invisibility and the power to manipulate the environment around them. The habitats of the Cheneke spirits are mostly forests, jungles, caves, riversides, and mountains. They are strongly tied to specific natural locations and are believed to guard sacred or untouched parts of the landscape. These spirits are especially associated with areas that feel ancient or isolated where human activity is limited. Some of the interactions or activities of the Cheneke, they are known for playing tricks on humans who wander into their territory. And these tricks may include hiding objects, creating strange sounds, or causing travelers to become lost in the forest. In some traditions, they are believed to steal a person's shadow or spirit if that person disrespects the land. That's pretty wild. This condition is said to cause illness or confusion until the spirit is restored through ritual. Some of the cultural symbolism of the Chenekes is guardianship of the natural world, sacredness of forests and or mountains, and then the boundary between the human and the spirit world. Their legends emphasize the importance of behaving respectfully in natural environments. The temperament of the Cheneke, they're usually not portrayed as evil, but are very protective over their territory. And once again, they can be playful or mischievous, but they can become dangerous if humans damage or disrespect the land they guard. Their stories often serve as reminders that nature is alive with forces that demand respect.
Maybe this is why I don't resonate as much with earth spirits compared to the other elements. They're awfully peaceful. This is the first like trickster we've had.
Your earth spirits
They're just more chill.
are much calmer. For lack of a
They're
better term,
grounded.
I was gonna say they're grounded, no pun intended. But I think they're much more like slow, thoughtful,
Yeah.
stoic.
They work very hard and they're proud of their work.
Yes, where I think fire spirits are a little bit more
Spice.
sure. I was gonna say
Spice.
spice. Let's say spice.
Okay, so I threw this one in for our Australian friends. We have a number of Australian friends out there in Haunted Doll Land. So me and Mitchell had a conversation about how I put too many on the document compared to what I was supposed to do. And now I remember why. And that was because I didn't originally have the Australian spirits on it. And I liked the other ones. And then I saw that there was one from Australian. And I was like, oh, Caitlin and Raven would like that. And then I put it on. So
They have some cool folklore out
they
there.
do. I don't know a ton about it. So this one's from Northern Australia. And these are the Mimi spirits. Mimi spirits are supernatural beings from the traditions of the Aboriginal people in Northern Australia, particularly in.
You got it. You got it. I
Is
believe
that
in
in
you.
RN? Yeah, Arnhem Land.
Excuse me.
That's what that says. Yeah,
I don't know.
Arnhem Land.
Sure.
Even zoomed in.
It's your topic.
They're considered ancient earth and rock spirits connected to the landscape, cliffs, and stone formations of the region. They are often described as extremely thin and elongated beings. So they are not tiny; they are tall and skinny.
Okay.
Their bodies are said to be so slender and delicate that strong winds could actually like snap them.
What? That seems wild to me.
Listen, I'm just telling you what the book told me. Because of this fragility, they are believed to remain hidden inside cracks and crevices in rock formations, emerging only when the wind is calm,
Respect.
so that they don't break.
Great.
In Aboriginal rock art, Mimi spirits are frequently depicted as tall, elegant figures with very long limbs. These paintings are among the oldest artistic traditions in the world, and are closely tied to the stories about the spirits themselves, which I thought was very interesting. Their habitat, they are associated with rocky cliffs, caves, and stone outcrops across northern Australia. They are believed to live within the rocks themselves, emerging very briefly to move through the landscape before retreating again. And they are also strongly connected to ancient rock shelters where those rock paintings were found, linking them directly to the physical land and its history. So their interactions and activities, according to the traditions, Mimi spirits actually once interacted more openly with humans, and even taught them important survival skills, which is different than the other earth spirits we've talked about. They were known to help humans out and teach them how to do things outdoors. Stories describe them as teaching early people how to hunt, cook food, and create rock art.
Oh, so they were very helpful.
Yeah. Because of this, they are sometimes credited with helping shape cultural knowledge passed down through the generations in that area.
So cool.
Yeah. Today, they are generally believed to avoid direct interaction with humans, remaining mostly hidden within the landscape. However, they represent ancient knowledge of land, connection between people and landscape, artistic tradition, and storytelling. I love the art piece with these little guys. Spiritual presence within rocks and cliffs, the continuity of cultural memory, and their association with rock art highlights the deep relationship between Aboriginal culture and the physical environment of Australia. They are known to obviously be neutral or benevolent beings. We learned before that they're very helpful. They're not typically described as aggressive, but they are more so elusive, more than anything, and they kind of just retreat. They have a problem, wind's too strong, I'm gonna run. People run, and they kind of just disappear.
Yeah, they're not fighters.
No, they are flighters.
Flighters.
Yes. Their stories emphasize respect for sacred landscapes and acknowledge that the land itself holds ancient spiritual presence and to be nice to it.
I love that.
Yeah,
Very
I
nice.
like those ones.
I like the
That's why I
Mimi,
added
the
the
Mimi
extra
spirit. Those
one.
are fun.
I know the Mimis were cool.
Okay, so we talked about in the beginning of the episode, we were looking for common themes. Hope you were paying attention.
Small.
Here are some of the common themes that we noticed. If you feel like there are any others that we did not notice, let us know.
Small.
Except for the Mimi spirits.
So, yeah.
Well, we don't know that they're not. I guess they're still small in size. They're just tall and thin, not short and stout.
Being so technical. Continue.
Anyways,
let's go with the original list that I wrote, because if I'm going right now, it's just going to be chaos.
Common themes. Number one, I think most prominent is guardianship of the land.
Yeah.
Right.
Keep it safe.
Keep it safe. Many earth spirits, they're protecting the forest, they're protecting the mountains, they're protecting underground resources. And if you disrespect the land, you're gonna have a bad time.
Here.
A lot of these spirits definitely have a connection to fertility. Remember, when we say fertility, we don't necessarily mean like in the way of human way. We mean like plant life, agriculture, growth, things like that. Another theme that we saw was hidden worlds. So caves, root systems, treasures, underground realms, something that symbolized the unseen force beneath or not seen by, or beneath the surface or not seen by us humans. Like we said before, respect for nature, that's a big one. Secrecy, a lot of these spirits don't love to interact with humans. They kind of like to be their own thing. They're more solitary.
Yeah.
That was something that we noticed.
A lot of elementals are very solitary from people. With the exception of the water spirits, those ones tend to be more friendly,
a little more social.
a little more social than the other groups, I would say.
Yeah. Last one I think that we notice is there's definitely a very strong cultural identity with these spirits.
Yes.
It definitely reflects how different societies understand their relationship with the land, from wherever they are. So there you go.
All right. So that was Earth spirits in a nutshell. Don't leave. This episode is not over. When we come back, we are going to be talking with our spirit of the week, who seems Earth spirit like, but we don't exactly know for sure, because when you ask her what type of spirit she is, despite all of the quirky things she says, she tells you that she is her name.
Yeah.
And that's it. So we are going to talk to her about the earth and the land when we get back. So stay tuned for this commercial break. Dance, have fun. We'll see you in a minute.
wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, a disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quite so thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. I'm built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas.
We are back from our commercial break with our spirit of the week. It is
Saya.
Saya. Taylor, why don't you tell us a little bit about Saya?
Oh boy, where do I even start with Saya? Saya is so interesting. She is a non-human spirit of some unknown origin and variety. Saya is Saya, and if you ask her what kind of spirit she is, she says, "I'm Saya," and you're like, "All right." She has some really interesting activity that is very different than any activity we have personally seen or experienced before. Definitely an interesting one. Her primary activity, she's really good at gear. She's great at communicating. She loves to talk. She's excellent with that kind of equipment. That's pretty standard haunted doll type stuff. But the one thing that makes Saya very unique is her frequency noises. I don't even know how to describe this. This is exactly how she was identified as a haunted object to begin with. She was actually found at a spiritualist camp. One of these like psychic camps people go to develop their gifts, kind of a quirky place. And this woman was walking through there and saw Saya's cute, adorable little vessel on a bench and picked her up and was like, "Oh my gosh, this doll is so cute. I'm going to bring this home as a memory of my trip to this spiritualist camp." Brings her home and starts hearing these buck wild frequency noises, and it freaked her out so bad. But she couldn't figure out what it was. She was like, "Oh my gosh, like, is something wrong with my ears? Am I having a medical issue? Like, what is happening?" And then she realized it was coming from the doll, and so Saya got sent in, and the frequency noises have followed her, obviously. Different varieties of these things. I have heard this like deep like grumbling sound. I've heard these like high pitched like ear piercing ringing sounds.
That's for me, it's always like a high pitched buzz.
Yeah. And this isn't like a telepathic thing. You hear it in the house. I've caught it on recordings before. It is like an actual noise in the home, which is very interesting. Some spirits, you can hear them telepathically. That's where people get some noises from. But this is actually in the home. Because it's able to be captured, which is very fascinating. And also the other way that I know it's in the home, besides just capturing it on camera, is it has woken Mitchell up from a dead sleep before. I was like in bed, sitting on my phone, ear piercing, like screeching frequency noise. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, Saya." And Mitchell was like, "What's happening? What's happening?" Like thought an alarm was going off kind of thing. So it can be quite loud and alarming, and it's unexpected, and we didn't know what it meant. So we just asked her. We were like, "What is this noise?" And TikTok has gone wild on Saya theories. I mean, people are like, she's an earth elemental. People are like, she's an alien. I mean, like, people have been all over the place with Saya theories. Everybody agrees she's non-human, but everybody has a different variety of non-human.
Yeah, no, not
Nobody
even
can
like
agree.
remotely a clue.
No, it's just, and the one thing though is she's just so friendly and she's so nice. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Saya is Saya. And we go with that. It's just like the theories you can spin on it are fascinating. And so we asked her what the noise was, and she said that the earth talks to her and the earth tells her about its feelings. And when she's playing those noises are to share with us how the earth is feeling. So certain noises mean the earth is happy. And like one time I heard like a really alarming low noise, and she said, "Oh, well, the earth was very mad that day." And so she something with the earth. So she fits into this episode because it always ties back to that. She loves to talk about the earth. She loves to talk about nature. And so here Saya is. I will post her story in the description, and you can theorize yourself on who and what Saya is. But all we know is Saya is very nice.
Yes.
She's one of our most friendly spirits we have.
Yes. And side note about Saya, because her vessel is not delicate, she is one that travels with us a lot.
And she loves to travel.
She loves to
She
travel.
would like to go on 15 trips. She told me this recently.
Yes. So Saya and I have decided that we are travel buddies.
Yeah.
So anytime we go anywhere, I am going to bring Saya.
Yeah.
She
Saya loves vacation.
Loves to travel. Loves a vacation.
Loves to meet the new people that we get to see.
She's just so friendly.
Yeah.
She's so kind.
Yeah.
And always has like the nicest things to say.
Oh yeah.
It's always so upbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's just a joy.
And you can tell from her answers on the questions.
Yes.
Which let's get into.
Let's get into it. Saya is a spirit box user. Last week we did Itan's session for water spirits on the Ouija board. Saya is big into the technology. She can work technology like nobody's business. So she was a spirit box girly for this one.
Yeah, and she's fast in the spirit box too.
She wipes me out, to be
Very
honest with you.
fast.
I come out of Saya sessions and I'm like, oh my gosh, I like don't know where or who I am.
It's probably because you're just like focusing
it's
super
so
hard.
much. Yeah, it's just, and she just has so much energy that it like really takes me out a little bit.
Yeah. So as usual, we do a spirit box session with Saya. I write down her answers word for word, and all the questions are submitted by you guys. So first thing I ask Saya is, Saya, are you ready for your Spirit of the Week interview? She said, of course. Hello, Mitchell. I said, are you
Gotta
excited?
greet you first. You can't just get into it.
I know. She said, yes, I am. I said, okay, let's get started. She said, good plan, Mitch. For the TV. I said, okay. Here we are.
Some of our spirits have a hard time understanding like the whole YouTube, TikTok situation. And we just describe it's kind of like the TV, but anybody can make the show.
Yes.
And that works for
they
us.
say TV is.
Yeah.
It works. So first question was from Katie. Katie asked, Saya, can you give our community easy and fun ways to stay connected to the earth? And Saya said, thanks, Caitlin. Nice to meet you. And then I said, sorry, Saya, I apologize. I'm talking over you. She said, hey now, no problem. But she said hi. Then what Saya said was, thank the earth for the weather. No complaining about that. Weather is important for Earth's wellness. Thank you for asking, Katie.
It's funny that she called her Caitlin and then she called her Katie because it was like she wanted to make sure she got the name right.
Mhm.
Because we have like multiple Caitlins and multiple Katies in our Discord server. And one of the Katie's full name is Caitlin. And so Saya just covered her bases to make sure she got the right one because we talk to these Caitlins a lot. And she just had to make sure she got the name.
Saya
I love
wants
it.
to know
It's
she's
so
being
cute.
respectful.
It was so cute.
Next question was from Lucky. Lucky asks, it is said people can hear musical tones from you. Do you like music? We are a big fan of all types of music. What is your favorite? Do you like what Taylor and Mitch listen to? If not, is there music that you would like them to play for you? And Saya said, yes, good to meet you, Lucky. We can be friends. Precious.
So cute. Most enthusiastic spirit of the week
enthusiastic.
ever.
I love it. Saya said, for me, Earth's feelings are my music, Lucky. This is the music of my friend. I love it. I then
So
asked,
cute.
do you like the music that Taylor and I listen to? And Saya said, sometimes no loud guitar. Sounds angry. And I went, that's fair. That's fair. Especially my music.
Yeah.
Um,
She comes off very like just like airy and kid like. But she's not. She
it's
just
not,
comes off. It's like
not-
bubbly.
Yeah, it's like a
Very
very
bubbly.
mature, like childish energy, but from
Yeah.
something that's very mature.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
And I said, Saya, what kind of music do you want us to play for you? And she said, happy music. There you go. Next question was from Lucky. Lucky asks, we are always interested in vessels past. You seem to travel a little bit. Do you have a favorite place you've been and why? And Saya said, I like visiting mountains a lot. There you go. And we have visited many mountains with her.
Yes,
Mhm.
she has been to a few mountains.
Although we don't have a ton of mountains by us.
No. But we'll take her back.
We'll take her back.
We're going to more mountains.
We're
this
going to
year.
mountains.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
for sure,
going to
for sure.
mountains soon. She'll see mountains again.
Next question was from Lucky. It was funny. I said this next question is from Lucky, and Saya said, "Great, yay." Lucky said, "We love dreams and meanings behind them." Same. When you are making dreams, is there a reason? Like, even if they aren't understood, are you still communicating something? Lucky then added a little note. They said, "You have a beautiful vessel, and thank you for being Spirit of the Week." And then Saya said, "You're welcome, Lucky. Thanks for asking. I show dreams about things people don't get to see."
I don't want to see some of the things that she showed me.
I do.
Some of them are like a little spooky. I'm like, oh man.
Saya, you can show me whatever you want. I'm down. Next question.
They're very like alien-y, to be honest with
yes.
you.
Next question is from Caitlin. I did then say I was at Saya, so this is a different person. Caitlin and Caitlin are different. Katie and Caitlin are different. She said, "Was going to ask if the same name, but different, like Saya and Gaia." Cool. Wow. Thanks for participating, Caitlin.
I like how this Caitlin situation turned into this full-blown like existential experience.
It's confusing. Let's get real.
It is. It's very confusing, but I just love how diligent she was about making sure she had it right so she could thank the correct person.
Yes,
It's,
she's
like,
so cute. Caitlin asked,
So cute.
"Hi, Saya. Hope you're doing well. I was wondering, is it true that years and years ago, people used to be very in tune with Mother Nature to the point where they could feel her vibrational energy?" And Saya said, 100%. All inventions distract from connection, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
Next question is from Caitlin. If someone wants to meditate to connect more with the earth, but is not good at visualizing, what would you recommend they try or do? And Saya said, sit down alone outside and have a conversation. Like friend. That could help. I don't believe in distractions, just divine knowing of what you need to do instead. They're very like ethereal answers.
Yeah.
Very cerebral.
Yeah. They're like hard for me to understand.
You have this is one where you kind of have to sit and think about it a little bit.
Yeah, you do.
She's one of the spirits that she's going to say something and it'll mean something different to you in a week and then different in a month.
Like I need to
You
read.
have-
I need
you
to read
have to
that
go
a couple
back
times.
and reread them
Yeah.
a couple times to really get the gist of it or like sit with it.
Yeah.
Because she said stuff and it's like, oh, this is like way out there. Next question is from Caitlin. How can we become more in tune with the voice of nature? And Saya said, sit with it a little bit each day and listen. You will learn. Positive. Next question is from Caitlin. What are some things we can do to be in balance with Mother Nature once again? And Saya said, give back more than you take. I like that. I think it's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Last question is from Caitlin. What are some ways you suggest we can do to celebrate Mother Nature in a spiritual way? And Saya said, clean up to show love and unity. Precious. I said, Saya, do you have any final words? She said, thank you, Mitch and friends. And then I said, is there anything else you want to add to the episode? She said, it's covered. And I said, all right, goodbye, Saya. She said, thank you for coming, Mitchell. Great.
She's so cute.
She's so cute. And she's so like,
But like those,
this is like, she's very genuine.
and those answers are like such like knowledge bombs too. And it's like, oh, we're friends, blah, 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 divine, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, okay, wow, okay, all right. It's like whiplash a little bit sometimes.
Yeah. It's like, you don't expect her to drop these like super deep
No, you don't.
words,
You
but
don't.
then to her, it's just like casual. It's just like, oh, don't you listen to the earth? Like if you sit, you'll listen to the vibrations.
You're like, okay.
And then you're like, I know you're right.
Yeah,
It's just
it's a wow.
it's just out of this teeny little thing.
Yeah, it's a wow.
Yeah.
She's outstanding.
But I like Saya a lot. I think she whenever we talk with her, I always feel better afterward. She's so positive. I'm really excited. I'm gonna try and work with her a lot this summer.
Yeah, it's like anybody's having a bad day, you just need to talk to Saya.
Yeah.
She's just one of those. Like she's
She's
just such like a feel good experience.
Yeah, and she's just always so positive and
Yeah.
lovely and concerned, and she just wants to make sure you're doing okay.
Yep. She's absolutely awesome.
Mhm.
So that has been our episode on Earth spirits and Earth-like spirits. Earth-like spirits.
Keep going. You're doing great.
You stop that right now. Earth spirits. Anyway, this has been our episode on Earth spirits. Trying that again. How was that? I hope you enjoyed it. Next week we will be going over fire spirits.
That's Taylor's forte.
I'm so excited.
That's her thing.
Come back for that. And we already have some plans for post elemental episodes. Some of you have sent me in some awesome suggestions recently.
Thank you.
I have gotten so many good suggestions. I have a list now. So if you have sent in suggestions for episodes and things you want to learn about, thank you. If you have more things you want to learn about, send me more. We
Tell us.
love them.
We
We
love,
love them. We do this for you guys. And so anything you want us to chat about, we are always happy to do so. So you can send those to me on Discord. You can drop it in the comments here, whatever you want. We're down to research it and give you our thoughts on it. So thank you for joining us as always. Thank you for your support. And we will see you next week for some fire spirits. Bye, everybody.